So one CPA tip I wanted to give, and this one may seem pretty obvious, and for some people the ship may have sailed, but the best way to set you up for CPA success if you're trying to balance work and studying is to get it done before you start working. So like I said, I know for people who have started work, it's like, well, too late. Well, so talking to people who haven't started work yet. So talking to people who are in undergrad in a MAC program or who are in between when they graduate, when they start working. I cannot stress it enough. Get as much as you can done before you start working. I think it's very tough to realize how much more difficult it is to do both of those things at the same time, to balance work and studying at the same time. So, if you're still in school, you don't have to get all 4 knocked out before you graduate necessarily, but just like even a couple, I was able to get 2 sections done during my CPA and it helped a ton. So if you can just make like a little bit of progress, just find a little bit of time, just a few minutes here and there can really prepare you to at least get 1 section knocked out while you're in school. And then in that period of time between when you graduate and when you start, I know for some people, maybe you need to start working right away because you need to make money right away. But generally people might graduate in May or June and you probably won't start until the fall, September, October. And you've really got to use that time to pass as many as you can. I know like it's your last big chunk of time, of free time, but like, I don't think you need to just like chill and have fun for like several months straight all the time. If you want to I think you should be able to study a couple hours a day. You almost have to view it like a part-time job, like in between graduation and your full-time work. Studying for the CPA like is your job, not a full-time job. You don't have to study 8 hours a day because no one can really do that, but it's a part-time job. And so I think if you view it like that, it can sort of help you put in the consistent time and effort. And I'm telling you, once you start working, and if you're totally done, which I was able to do, I was able to pass all 4 before I started, and then seeing coworkers who are trying to do both. I mean, even now, working in public accounting for 5 years, I still see tons of new people who haven't passed any when they start and are just really struggling with it. And I'm telling you, like, it's so tough to, after you've worked a full day, you don't want to do more accounting, you don't want to study more. And in busy season, it is basically impossible to study any. You're just not, it's very unlikely you're going to have time. So it's just really tough. It's a lot of extra stress. So I'm telling you, please utilize all the time you have to pass before you start working.